Good evening, judges. Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose: procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. Now let's do some calculation. 120 million sperm cells a day, every day, as opposed to one egg a month, every month, means, assuming all the cells are viable, that it will take only 30 men to impregnate all the women in the world. This points to one clear fact: a man is, by nature, polygamous. Monogamy and fidelity are unnatural situations promulgated by religious beliefs and social pressures. Take those away, every man would cheat. It's simply biological. Now let's look at the extra. It's a known fact that women, for the most part, are more emotional than men. So it's natural that after a sexual encounter, she'll be attached. But because a man is visual and logical in nature, there's no emotion involved. For him, it's just a physical release that's got nothing to do with love. A man loves his woman by protecting and providing for her. Period. It's really quite simple. For a man, the physical and the emotional, two separate entities. Thank you.
Brothers, can you see why we're going to have more than one woman? That's right. To satisfy our voracious sexual appetite? Do you know the lion in the jungle can make up to, 50 times a day? Yeah. 50 times a day, man. Now, isn't that the symbol of Israel, the lion? That's right. So there's going to be a whole lot of sex in the kingdom, all right? A whole lot of yelling and yelping in the kingdom, yelping of pleasure. That's what it was all about to begin with. The Lord said, be ye fruitful and multiply. How do you become fruitful and multiply? Sex. Knocking shit off. Knocking boots. Knocking the boots. Going in. Going in on them. Going in. Balls deep. Yeah, so, hey, that's going in until. And imagine, that's going to be some actual good pussy. Or new pussy. Or like it's a pussy that we ain't never even had. Or like nobody else had. And nobody. That's right. Nobody else touched it. It's like having a brand new car. Yeah. You know what with that new car smell? Yeah. Ohio place. And like the Italians say, we're gonna give them the sausage. Yep. All deep. That's right. Good cougar. Go ahead, bro. That's all part of us enjoying the kingdom, man. That's right. That's all part of the blessing that we're gonna get, brothers.
Hey, the scripture say the Most High said that on his right hand are pleasures evermore.
All right.
You know, so you think about that.
You think about that.
Think about it.
God created man as an image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Shalom. 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 Let me see if I can make sure this is right, and then we can get started. Baba Kushai, just bear with me.
Shalom.
All right, I can hear myself. All right, I can hear myself. We good. Everything good. All right. So I'm about to get started. I want to give the glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Haracha'a Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Just a brother Zion coming at you with a quick hitter to feed the lambs through the Holy Spirit. Quadash, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. All right. And in this lesson, we are going to get to, all right, the unrighteous decrees, all right, of this damn devil, man, Esau Edom, all right. Freaky Jim Crow Joe, all right, is he at it again, man, all right, but it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, having this devil fulfill prophecy on the left-hand side, all right. So let's get to it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Baba Kushai, bear with me, and then I'll get you a preface precept, all right. All right, so we got Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25, and this is getting into Antiochus Epiphanes, man. All right. When he did his little dirt, all right. We're not getting into Antiochus, but I believe through the spirit that Jim Crow Joe is in fact Antiochus Epiphanes reincarnated, man. All right, point blank fucking period. It is what it is. All right, so just go ahead and check out this precept I got, which is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy, also he shall cause a craft to prosper in his hand, man. All right, and as you can see, man, all of this craftiness, okay, with this freaky Jim Crow sends 53 billion to U.S. chip makers by signing the CHIPS Act into law, man. And Lord willing, this video stay up. All right. So all you brothers and sisters, man, make sure y'all share it because it's gonna get taken down probably. All right. But yeah, man. So the MOTB is at the door, man. All right. The MOTB is at the door, man, which is the mark of the beast, which is the, the CHIP, man. All right. Because there's different type of algorithms. We can't say certain things because of the algorithms, all right? But we got the White House credits the act for already spurring more than 44 billion in new manufacturing plans. Keyword, plans, man. All right? They're setting it up. They're setting the stage, man, for the MOTB to be fully implemented. Yahweh shall not coming until the chip gotta get implemented. All right? You ain't gonna see Yahweh Shai until the chip get implemented. Period. Point blank. Period. All right. And look, everybody not gonna get the mark either. So that's the Most High's mark. That ain't Esau mark. That's the Most High mark, man. All right. But rebuilding the U.S. semiconductor industry will take years. All right. Which it ain't gonna take no years, man. Look, man, they already got everything. They already got the technology. One thing about this devil is that he have to be justified in what he do through his unrighteous decrees. Okay, so we got in through his policy. Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And that's the puffed up spirit of these devils, man. All right. They always want to magnify themselves in their heart, man. They think they're bigger than what they already is, man. You know what I'm saying? They are just living out this temporary blessing. That's all they got is a temporary blessing. That's it. They just trying to offset prophecy. Nah, you can't offset prophecy, man. Okay? Because the Lord is going to always do what he going to do. If he say he going to do it, it's going to happen. So you can't offset that. How in the hell can you offset the creator that created everything, man? All right. Did not the Lord say the potter power over the same clay that can make one vessel unto honor and another on the dishonor? So you can't one up the Most High, man. All right. And by peace shall destroy many. Right, man. You are going to get destroyed if you take this CHIP, man. All right. And you had a lot of scoffers that been saying that the RFID ain't the you know what I'm saying, the MOTB. You even got some camps saying that John 3:16 is the mark of the beast. How the fuck can John 3:16 be the mark of the beast, man? Come on, man. You got to use your spiritual common sense sometimes, Jake. All right. And stop listening to, you know what I'm saying, to all of these wacko fucking so-called prophets, man. You already know that the RFID is, in fact, the MOTB. It fits prophecy, the charagma. Okay? Charagma. All right? And if you take the charagma, you gonna melt with liquid magma. Fuck is you talking about? The Most High not playing with y'all, man. Point blank, period. He shall also stand up against the Prince of Princes, right? So this devil is so puffed up, he is willing to stand up against Yahushua and fight. That's just the pride of these devils. But the Lord is treating Esau just like Pharaoh, where he hardened Pharaoh's heart, you know? And Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying, man, just read the book of Exodus, the 14th chapter. Like, we just did a lesson on it, you know? You should check it out. The Lord put a heavy spirit on Pharaoh and his men. They got damn near halfway into the split sea, and now all of a sudden, bam, they had the spirit like dang, we about to die. Like, yeah, you about to die. That's what happens when you stand up against Yahushua, man. Okay? Because Yahushua delivered us out of Egypt, man. All right? But that's hey, man, that's going over a lot of y'all head. All right, just watch the videos. But he shall be broken without hand, right? Just like how Yahweh had Antiochus broken without hand, man. You know, he died of a broken heart, man. You know, he made that devil feel bad for what he did, and he died like that. All right. So the Lord not playing, man. This is the Lord's chip. All right. So let's go to Revelation. I should go into the blue letter. Let's go to Revelation 13. And let's go to verse 16, all right? And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, all right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, all right? So there's a mark. All right, and let's go to that mark, and then I'll give you the further breakdown. But let's deal with mark. Let's deal with that word. And only the elect is going to look up words, man. All right, you can't read the Bible like a damn storybook, man. All right, it's a puzzle, and we got the pieces, man, and we putting it, you know what I'm saying, together for y'all to show y'all how to study, man. All right. So we got Strong's G 5480 Charagma. All right, which is which means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of followers of the Antichrist. All right, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work. So it's a mark. It is a physical mark. All right. So this is not a spiritual mark, Jake. This is a physical mark. All right. So let's go into let's go back to this little article. All right. I ain't gonna read all of it. Lord willing, I'll put the link in the description. All right. It's a President Jim Crow, Antiochus Joe, signed the Chips and Science Act into law Tuesday, sending $52.7 billion to processor manufacturers over 5 years in an effort to help the U.S. reclaim semiconductor industry leadership loss to Taiwanese and Korean companies and challenged by increasing capable Chinese firms. Okay, see, they trying to be the number one to push out the chip, which I already think is probably gonna be China. But you know, this is what Esau trying to implement, man. And the Lord gonna let this happen too. You know what I'm saying? For real. So look, just know, just expect sooner or later, sooner than what you think. Cause don't think, oh yeah, man, I got 5 years, Ock. So no, you don't. You don't know how much you got. How about that? You don't know. You don't know. The Lord not playing, man. And a lot of you single mothers and a lot of you women that say, I don't need a nigga and all of this type, a lot of y'all women gonna get forced with your back against the wall, taking this MOT to the BZ for sheezy. All right. And a lot of y'all gonna take that too. A lot of y'all women. All right. Because a lot of y'all women already took the jump shot. Y'all like Steph Curry out this bitch. The legislation has already helped encourage smartphone chip designer Qualcomm to spend $4.2 billion with chipmaker Global Foundries to build processors in New York. The White House said in a fact sheet released Tuesday, and it's gonna be a lot of Jakes. You know what I'm saying? Taking the MOTB, but you're gonna have a lot of Jakes producing the MOTB too. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High will fuck around and put the spirit on a Jake, you know what I'm saying, to really take his own destruction, man. You know, the Lord will do that, man. The Lord is crafty, man. That's why you need to fear the Lord, man, because the Lord will put a heavy spirit on you to take that mark. And once you take that mark, which is the charagma, which is a imprinted or stamped mark, okay, in your right hand and your left hand, you can have it in your fucking butt cheek. At the end of the day, you fucking got it, man. All right. You can get inoculated with the crack scene. You can get inoculated with that shit in your fucking ass cheek. At the end of the day, your immune system is fucked. Brutally fucked. All right. How many times do we got to tell y'all, man? All right. Just like how we told y'all with the crack scene, murder, she wrote, nah. You gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same way with the MOTB. If you take the MOTB, you can't repent off that. That's it. That's the final exam. The prophets, the true men of the Lord, is giving y'all the blueprint, and y'all still ain't listening. That's why you got the lot that you got. Period. What's so hard on just listening? And Micron will invest. All right. So, hey, man, they dropping bags on this, man. All right. We'll invest $40 billion in memory chip manufacturing capacity. Okay. The White House said, right, so they can store all your information on the shit. See, look, man, they getting it already. They just put fancy nigga words on shit. But if you read it through the spirit, it's telling you what they're doing, man. Okay. So Micron is the niggas that is going to create the memory chip manufacturing capacity. So that's basically talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's going to store everything on there for you. It's going to have all your shit on there. Soon as they scan it, all that shit pop up. That's what Micron is for. All right. The White House said a move that could elevate the U.S. share of memory chip making from 2% to 10%. Woo! So they finna up the production on this too, man. All right. 2% to 10%. That's a whole 8% of production. That means they doing hella numbers every day. Period. The Chip Science Act supercharges our efforts to make semiconductors here in America, Biden said in a speech Tuesday at the White House Rose Garden. Quote, America invented the semiconductor and this law brings it back home, end quote. All right. So all of that shit that Biden and Camel Toe Harris, when Camel Toe said, we did it, Joe, that was going to bite us in the ass. All right. And it's nibbling. How about that? It costs billions of dollars to build new chip fabrication facilities called fabs. The CHIPS Act will knock about $3 billion off $10 billion leading edge fab said Intel, which is sinking more than 40 billion into the new upgraded fabs in Arizona, Ohio, New Mexico, and Oregon, and stands to be the biggest beneficiaries. All right, you can read the rest of it, but the point been made, man. He getting it ready for y'all. It's already ready when ready was ready after ready was ready, man. Okay, point blank, period. All right, point blank, period. So let's go to some scriptures. All right, Bible Kushah, this lesson is edifying and to the point. All right, and it says that, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See, no man might buy or sell, right? It ain't just owning a company. When you got a job, you're selling you. You know what I'm saying? So you're selling your labor. So you ain't gonna have no job without it. So don't think, yeah, it's only talking about the bin. No, it's talking about everybody. Everybody. All right. Ain't no way around it. Everybody is gonna get faced with this, and it's up to Yahweh Shem Awashai to not put the spirit on you to take it. Period. So that's why it's important to keep your shit wired tight, Jake. Keep your shit wired tight. I'm trying to tell you, because it's finna get tight out here. It's already tight. I just went to the grocery store, came out with 3 bags and spent $83. So what you think it's finna be in November? All right, then. We got Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, okay, is NATO in the EU, man. NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the EU is the Economic Union, formerly known as the Economic European Community. All right. And his image, okay, the image is the Roman Empire, man. And we are under the revised Roman Empire. So his image is the revised Roman Empire, man. All right. This beast system. All right. And received his charagma, which is that mark, in his forehead or in his hand. Hand. Did they specify what hand? You can get it in your fucking forehead. At the end of the day, you got it. You can get it in your elbow, your butt cheek. You got it, man. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Indignation is righteous anger, man. You know, let's get that indignation in the blue letter right quick. Bible Kushah, bear with me, just so we can get a little bit of edification. So we got Strong's G 3709 orge, which means anger, the natural disposition, temper, character, movement, or agitation of the soul. Woo! Impulse, desire, any violent emotion. Woo! But especially anger. This is how the Most High gonna feel about you if you take that chip. Anger, wrath, indignation, anger exhibited in punishment. Woo! That's the kicker. That's the kicker. You gonna, hey, your ass is grass, Mr. Postman. Hence used for punishment itself, of punishments inflicted by magistrates. Magistrates. Beautiful. All right. And we can even get into some more definitions, man. A violent passion. Woo! Man. By implication, punishment, anger, indignation, vengeance, wrath. That's how Yahweh Shem Awashai gonna feel about you if you take this charagma, or if you take this RFIDZ. Okay? When you take that right there, when you take that Lay's joint, it's over. It's over. The Lord ain't dealing with you. It's over. Because that CHIP is for the unwanteds. That's for the unwanted. So Yahweh Shem Awashai here. Ew. Bye. Take it so I can kill your ass. And then after that, you're gonna get reborn again, because you got to get your ass told up because you can't get right. How about that? So the Lord not dealing with niggas that take the chip, because only a nigga is going to take the chip, because a nigga love they oppressor. I was just watching Van Jones bald head ass crying from when Jim Crow got selected, because he ain't get elected. But we got Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word. Right. And that's the problem. You despise the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You despise the prophets, because you looking at us and we rough looking. So you looking at us, oh, I don't want to know them. Nah, I don't want to learn from them. Nah, you can't be this and that. Nah, you's a nigga. No, okay. Okay. I'll be that. But you gonna know this judgment though, because you despise the word, and it all boils down to you hating Yahushua. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all be having this weird hatred towards Yahushua. Yahushua ain't done no wrong. He ain't had no violence or no deceit in his mouth, man. He only taught the truth. Period. And look, it's just burning y'all inside. You know, that's why y'all don't watch the videos. That's why y'all not growing in faith. That's why y'all not trying to learn. That's what, come on, bro. I'm sick and tired of y'all. That's why 230 y'all gotta die. I can't wait until this chip get implemented. Number one, because we know that Yahushua is literally a Sabbath away, period. And trust and oppression, right? You trust in this devil. You trust in Esau, the so-called white man, which is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the goddamn devil. I can't say it no other way. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't put else on it. He's the goddamn devil, man. All right? And you trusting in this motherfucker? You trusting? You trusting. You trusting in his system. You trusting in all the things that he got to offer. That's why the Most High put the spirit on you to do the shit that you do. That's why you gonna die with Babylon. Point blank, period. And perverseness and stay their own, right? Because a lot of y'all got this stay as you are spirit, man. All right? And that's why the Most High gonna have you stay here. Because if you stay here, you gonna fucking burn. Point blank, period. It ain't no way around it. If you stay, get left behind, you're gonna fucking die. It ain't no way around it. So keep trusting in this devil. Keep trusting in this society. Keep doing it. And I ain't got nothing prepared either. We going through the spirit. Lord willing, this is a quick hitter, but I'm just gonna roll with the spirit. We're gonna let the spirit work this. We got Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart. Right. You gotta arise and depart from what? See, you know what I'm saying? Jake like to be talking righteous, but they don't know the fucking answer. Arise ye and depart from what though? This world, man. This society, man. Okay? Arise ye and depart, Jake. What's so hard about that? For this is not your rest. This ain't your rest, Jake. All right? Your rest is at the house. Okay? Your rest is in Israel. And we got the Strongs for rest. I got Strong's H 4496. Menocha, which means resting place, resting, quietness. All right? Peacefully. Consolation, woo, comfortable, ease. Are you a quiet resting place still? Are you resting in damn Babylon? You can't even take a nap correctly without jumping up and gotta do this, jumping up and gotta do that, gotta run and do this and that. This ain't your rest. Just because you could take a nap and fucking fall out the bed, that don't mean that you resting. That ain't no rest. Rest is when you in motherfucking power. When you running some shit. That's rest. Jeff Bezos and all these motherfuckers, that's rest. Jeff Bezos is living the Edomite dream. He's a multi-billionaire, working out, got all these damn women around him. He damn fucking making money while he taking a shit. That's rest. And he got a bunch of motherfuckers that work for him. Jake, do you live the same life? Because I don't. And if you do, where your spirit at? Where your faith at? Point blank period, man. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted. Right? This whole earth is polluted, man. Look at the rhetoric they trying to teach your kids. They trying to force being a homosexual on your kid. They trying to force, you know what I'm saying, being a Geechee on your kid, man. All right? It shall destroy you. Woo! That's the kicker. That's the kicker. It shall destroy you. Destroy, man. Let's look up destroy in the blue letters. See, look, man, we're going to let these scriptures speak. You know? We got the blue letter for that. We got Strong's H2254 Chabal, which means to bind, to take a pledge, to lay a pledge, to hold, to take a pledge, hold a pledge, to destroy, spoil, deal corruptly, to spoil, corrupt, to be ruined. Woo, man. You see why it's important not to take that chip. You see why it's important not to take that vaccine. It's going to ruin you, man. It's going to ruin your chances for a lot of shit. We already ain't got nothing. We already a needful nation. Damn. Let me check the comment board, see if we got any comments. None yet. Good. So we can get to it. All right. So let's get to it. Let's go to another one. Let's go to Revelation. All right, 20:4, and let's get some edification on the people that don't decide to take the MOTB. What's gonna happen? You know, let's see what's gonna happen. All right, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, which is NATO and the EU, neither his image, which is the revised Roman Empire, neither received his charagma, which is that mark, that imprinted stamp, that physical mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. It don't specify whether it's the right hand. Again, it don't matter which hand. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. All right. So look, man, you want to be a part of the first dominion, man. Point blank, period. You don't want to be a part of that bullshit with the second death. All right. So get your shit wired tight. All right. Because that mark is on the way. All right. And we got President Biden signs CHIPS Science Act into law. All right, so on August 9th, 2022, Biden signed the CHIPS and Science Act, which is our HR 4346, which seeks bolster the U.S. semiconductor supply chain to promote research and development of advanced technologies in the United States. The act comprised largely of provisions extracted from the U.S. Innovation and Competition Act and its House alternative, the American Competes Act, which Congress failed to reconcile in the conference negotiations this summer. The CHIPS and the Science Act encompasses that the most popular provisions of the U.S. ICA and the Completes Bill. All right, blah 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 blah, saying the same thing. They're gonna get your ass together with a RFID microchip. All right, so if you don't take the chip, you are gonna be beheaded. But if you get beheaded, you are the elect, because that's what the Bible says. You are the elect. All right. Okay. To the death of us, man. All right. We gotta be real, man. To the Most High, we gotta show him that we down. To the death of us. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 2 then. Let's go to Revelation 2 and 10. Baba Kusha. Revelation chapter 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which shall suffer. Right? So don't fear, man. Okay, did not the Lord say, if I'm with you, who is against you? Roughly paraphrasing. Right. So behold, the devil. Okay, the devil. All right, let's look up the word devil, because a lot of these people think it's a damn man with a pitchfork standing in, a whole bunch of fire, looking like Hellboy. No, that's a fucking lie. All right. So we got Strong's G 1228 Diablos, which means prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, applied to a man who by opposing the cause of the Most High may be said to act the part of a devil or to side with him. So it's talking about a man, okay? And the goddamn, who owned the prisons? Esau Edom, the goddamn white man. All right. So it says, fear none of those things, right? Because also the scriptures say, do not fear the ones that kill the body, but fears the ones that can cast the body and soul into hell, man. So you got to fear Yahweh Shai. You got to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You okay? Because all judgment was given to Yahweh Shai. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried. Right. So ain't no telling how long you're going to be in there, right? Whatever your lot is. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. Be thou faithful unto death. And I will give thee a crown of life. That's literal. So you got to be faithful unto death, Jake. Point blank, period. That's our ticket out of here, man. Not taking the charagma. All right. Even if you gotta be a martyr, at the end of the day, the Lord can make it to where you don't feel shit. You can give up the ghost right before the motherfucker come down. Like, don't even worry about that. Don't be worrying about how the wicked is gonna get judged. But you know what I'm saying? But you need to inquire how to be saved, man. Okay. Point blank, period. All right. So that's just the point. I just wanted to stick to the point. All right. Because, we can get into spiritual rants. I just want to stick to the point and just deal with this article. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying and to the point. I want to give the glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalawam, Wa Barakim, La Bahayarium, Akim, Akwatim, Wabayim, Shah Yasha Allah, Washanya, Kawaba, Gatwala, Rakab, Zakwan Yimnawa, Ba'aif. All praises to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Spirit Holy. Peace and blessings to the elect, brothers, sisters, and children of Israel, and double honor. Great millstone, our elders in these times. Hakwam Shah Yasher Allah, Hakwam Shah Yasher Allah, Hakwam Shah Yasher Allah, Shema Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh Ahud, Babakul Shah, Barak Kar Akim, Rapak Kar Akim, Chazak Kar Akim, Shah Mashbachaya, Akim Awatim Wabayim, Shah Yasher Allah, Batachaywa, Shalach, Magapayam, Andawamian, Wahawa Shaiwa, Ababa Bar, Shalom.